Hello, I'm Tam of the TamBoTC channel, and we're going to carry on with the list. This is number 3 and 2. Starting with number 3, which I uninstalled, sadly, but I'm glad I'm able to do these in twos conveniently, to make it shorter feeling, kind of. Less videos, at least. But number 3 is Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal was just such a excellent game, really awesome action-packed game. I think it deserved action, if I'm being honest. It's because of how intense it is, that both the music and the gameplay reflected that. It wasn't just the the gameplay itself. And I really loved it. Where Hades, like, while the music was great, I felt more like the gameplay was the only part that really set the action and like the mood. The action wasn't quite as set the bar. And the music, I still listen to the music, the soundtrack. I have it saved on Spotify and everything for Doom Eternal, and I love it. Such a good soundtrack, and I remember quite a few of the names from the soundtrack too. The Only Thing They Fear, or whatever whatever that was. I know what I said, but I do kind of have like memory problems with some of like how the names go. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorites in that entire thing. But yeah, it's just such a good game. It looks great. I didn't think they could make it faster. I'm not a big fan of the platforming, but the platforming is pretty good and solid for what it works for. It is a really excellent game. It's really fun. Oh. Whoa, what is that guy? I didn't see that guy before. Crap. But, jeez, I'm rusty with this game. Ah, crap, I'm dead. Blech. Nice to die at the very beginning. Maybe I'll stealth kill these guys instead. Yeah, Doom Eternal was just so awesome. I loved the weapons. I loved the combat. I loved that it gave more story and lore, which was just really exciting. I didn't think they could be faster, more action-packed, but it did, and I love the music, even though some people had some little minor complaints with the mixing of the music, somebody did. Can't remember, but it was still really good. It was still really, really good. And I think it really pays off in the end. There were a couple of problems that happened, and there is an excellent DLC and multiplayer to keep the game relevant. Still, I felt like this game Doom Eternal was robbed of awards at the Game Awards. The Game Awards was just predictable garbage anyways. Most of it was just garbage in general. But yeah, I really love Doom Eternal. It deserves its 3rd place. I already completed the game for you guys, so you can see I loved the final boss. Like, even though the Marauders or whatever were super annoying, the final boss made up for it because it was just a really fun, awesome boss battle. And I enjoyed myself. Did I call my horse again? There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of rusty at this game, by the way. Speaking of which, Doom Eternal is just awesome. Great game. Maybe I'll review it sometime, like a late review. I didn't get to review it yet, even though I finally got to complete it. I do like fight with myself. Do I like Doom 2016 better or Doom Eternal? They are really hard, but I love the game. Like, it feels like it brings me back to the old days of games while still feeling refreshing and new. And I love, like, the challenge of the game, too. I did feel like, Marauder-wise, it might have gotten a little too out there with the challenge. Oh, gosh. Those are the same guys. crap, those might be. Yeah, I think those are the same guys. Oh crap, there's people on the other side of me too? What the hell? Oh crap, they saw me. Oh, come on, really? You aimbot. You aimbot fool. Anyways, my number 2, surprisingly, while I voted number 1 for Ghost of Tsushima because they didn't have the other game because it came so late in the year, I'll talk about it in a bit, but, Ghost of Tsushima is my number 2, surprisingly. I thought it was going to make my number 1. It was very close. It's such a good-looking game. It's so artistic. I love its look, its style, its music. Just everything about it was really good. Its story. I haven't really gotten to complete it yet, sadly, but I do really like what I've played of it so far. I do have little problems here and there. They're small problems, but like the camera can get annoying and such. And it is kind of your typical open world like you've seen before, but I wouldn't say it's a bad open world. It's still really good. I love how smooth the action is, and just like, it's really smooth combat. Like, the animations and such is great. I wish there was a lock-on feature in this game, but I guess they're trying to keep that out for the sake of immersion. But it's just such a good-looking game, such a good game. I love stuff like a use of a grappling hook in the game. It's just such a great game all around. Hello, bird. It's got such an immersive world in general. It's just amazing looking, fun to play. I love the armor sets. It keeps itself relevant with a multiplayer, which is just really surprising. It's great to see Sucker Punch back after Infamous, which I love Infamous Second Son so much. What is this place? And I love just like the other options, like you can do a black and white like playthrough mode where it feels more like the old black and white samurai movies. It feels like you're playing a samurai movie. It's just so cool to see the culture and like the history in this game too is really cool. Really fun. And I love the characters, the acting, the story. It just all comes together perfectly. So cinematic and beautiful. I love the environments. I love the different colors, in the world. Like, you got like these areas with like that are like this deep red with the trees and stuff, and the grass even, or this like gold look to areas, and of course the deep green you're seeing, or like more foggy areas. I use the map a lot. I guess like the wind direction thing, while you can control it to an extent, I do find it kind of frustrating at times, because I don't find it quite as clear to me, but I still really love this game and everything it adds. The little mini games and side stuff are actually really fun and add something entertaining to it. It doesn't feel too overwhelming like other games do, like AC Valhalla, for example, even though I still love that game. It did feel very overwhelming at times. This game just felt perfect, and it definitely deserved the Game of the Year, and I'm sad it wasn't. Technically it was, because people who played it around the world for the Gamer's Choice did vote for it, mostly. So I do think it is Game of the Year, and it's definitely worth it. For me, I definitely voted it until I played another game that surprised me, even though I don't think this other game is quite as like a Game of the Year material as this game, because I do think this is innovative in the gameplay when it comes to like the cinematic action, this flowing combat that's just really smooth and feels realistic is really good. But I still think a lot of elements of it work. It's still a really smooth, fun game. It's once again beautiful, colorful, vibrant. It's just got so many options and variety to it. Variety is the spice of life, after all. And I just overall enjoyed my time with it. I love like once again the armor sets was just something that was really cool. There's like much better armor sets than what you're seeing here, and just the fact that it's got multiplayer, just like a dream come true. I didn't think they'd do that, but it's just such a good thing they did. I'm so glad they did it. So we'll be moving on to my number 1 game. I hope you guys enjoyed this nonetheless though. So I'll see you next time. Bye.